Now we're going to talk about function notation and graphs. So we can use our function notation to talk about graphs. And when we write something like f of 5 is equal to something, what we're asking, especially if we have a graph, is we want to know where on the graph does it read, or what does the graph read when x is equal to 5. So we go over to x equals to 5 and go up and see where that graph, up or down, and see where the graph is reading. The other thing is if we write something like g of x is equal to 7, we're asking where on the graph what is the value of x when the graph is equal to 7. And so we just go and find where on our y value, our y-axis, our vertical axis is equal to 7, and figure out where it becomes x, what x value coordinates with that. Now let's do an example really quickly here. So this figure shows the position time graph depicting Jim's movement up and down the aisles of a store in search of Hare's salt and vinegar chips. So this is Jim's position as a function of his time. You notice that it's a really weird thing. It's okay. It's not too big of a deal. What we want to know, though, is we're going to find certain values on here. So we want to find his position at a certain time, and that certain time is 35 seconds. So we're going to go over to x is equal to 35, which is here, and we're going to go up on the position until we reach that point on the graph. And we notice that that point is at 12, which means that 35 seconds into his search for these Hare salt and vinegar chips, he was at 12 meters away from the start of the store. Here we're asking for his position when time is equal to 50. So we're going to go over to our time and we're going to find when it's equal to 50. And we're going to go up and see where he was at. Well, it looks like he was about at a 3 meters. So we're going to write that in. We're going to say, well, his position at 50 seconds was 3 meters. So he was 3 meters into the store. What about P of t is equal to 10? So we're asking what time was he at 10 meters into the store? So we're going to go up to position 10 on our vertical axis. And so we're at our output 10, and we're going to see where it crosses. Well, it crosses once here at 30, and it crosses once here at 40. So that's going to be when t is equal to 30 and when t is equal to 40. Because at time equal to 30 seconds, he was 10 meters into the store. At time is equal to 40 seconds, he was also 10 meters into the store. What about this last one? What was the time when he was at a position of 6 meters into the store? Well, this one's kind of mean because we're going to go up to 6 and we're going to go over. We notice that it starts some like 7 seconds in and it goes until almost like 25 seconds. So when we go from t is equal to 7 second to 25 second, and there's another one because we got to keep going across, we're at position 6. We notice it's about like 52 seconds-ish, some weird number, to about 57 seconds. So when t is equal to 52 seconds to 57 seconds. And what you can do now is you can say, okay, so he was from 7 seconds to 25 seconds into the store, he was 6 meters into the aisle. And here it's the same thing. From 52 seconds and 57 seconds from the time that he entered the store, he was 6 meters into the aisle. Right there. 6 meters into the aisle. So that's probably when he's like searching really hard for these chips. And we can use these things to help talk about our graphs, and it makes it really easy. And eventually we'll talk about one of these examples using some actual data from a scientific study from NASA. They have some graphs set up for this kind of examples. But for now, I want you to do a quick check, and I want you to use this figure to answer the questions. So it's a position time graph. So it's going to be P of t, and I want you to find each of these values. So these first two is asking somewhere along this value. We know something along this value. We want to see where we're at in the position wise. And here we know a position, but we don't know what time that occurs at. So we'll figure that one out too. Go ahead, pause the video, do this quick check, and once you're done with that, you are good to go.